What's up guys, Riley here from RP Productions, and today I'm going to do a little quick walk around of my 2016 Scat Pack Charger in the Plum Crazy Purple color. So it's really windy outside. I originally wanted to plan to do this outside, but it's extremely windy, so I apologize if there's any wind in this video, but I wanted to get this video out there so you guys could see all what I got. And you know, take a quick look around. So sound quality might not be the best, it might echo in here, but I promise there will be some better videos coming up soon. But I've just been extremely busy, and I'll have all this stuff and videos to come, but let's get started. So you know, as you can see, Plum Crazy Purple, just a super nice color. Honestly, this is the first one I've ever seen in person, and it looks extremely nice. Definitely something that, you know, I would encourage you to reserve your judgment. If you're like, it looks okay, I encourage you to wait until you see one of these in person, and then you'll be like, wow, that does look pretty good. So that's what I did. But as you can see, you got the Mopar lightweight wheels over here with the Brimbos peeking through, slotted rotors, 4-piston in the front, 2-piston in the back. These are extremely sensitive brakes, and they get you to a stop really quickly. Currently I have about 300 miles on the car, so I'm not going to be doing a driving portion today since it's, you know, I'm still breaking it in. So that stuff will be coming, but just not in this video. But as you can see, I already got the mod started. Went ahead and put black lug nuts, black locking lug nuts, because apparently these wheels are $650 a piece. So that's a lot of money for some wheels. So I put some locks on those bad boys real quick. And I have on order some black center caps as well, and get rid of all that chrome. But the 392 hit me badge over here, haven't figured out what I'm gonna do here. I thought about putting a little Scat Pack logo, and then I thought about kind of like auto dipping it gloss black, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do there, but I will do something. I plan on blacking out these side markers, the little orange thing and the red one back here behind the rear tire. So that'll probably be happening hopefully soon, but let's go ahead and come up to the front. So I believe these are just projector headlights. They're not HIDs, but they do a really good job lighting up the road. And then if I grab my keys, I'll get a front shot. The little running lights that come on, the headlights came on too, but the little rings that go around look extremely mean when you're driving around, and I'm like really happy with the way that looks. And there's also a little Dodge logo. There you go, Dodge logo right there on the side. So cool little tidbits like that. The fog lights, I'll have a video on like all the lighting and stuff, but fog lights are extremely nice. They are some of the brightest fog lights I've ever used. But enough of talking about lights. Grill on this car, super mean. I'm sorry to anybody that owns the V6 or RT, but this just looks way better and way more aggressive. And that's honestly a huge reason why I got this car. That just looks really mean. Got the nice little hood vent up there to you know, add some airflow into that beast of an engine, which we'll take a look at here in a minute. You know, the little Scat Pack B logo up here, I really like that logo. That will probably stay. But you know, as I said, guys, really nice car. Just really nice color. Got the little shark fin antenna up here that has the HD radio and stuff. The radio on this car sounds extremely good. It's the same beat system that I had on my previous Charger, but this has the HD radio as well. But it just sounds really nice. But here we go. Back brake rotors and 2-piston caliper peeking through. I'll have a full video explaining why I got the Charger over the Challenger, but to go ahead and just like quickly answer that question I've been getting a lot. 1, I was able to get it for cheaper. 2, more features. 3, red brake calipers over non-painted calipers. The list goes on and on. I'll have a complete video on that, so just, you know, you'll wait and see. But coming around the back, you got the round exhaust tips as opposed to the little, I guess, rectangle-ish looking ones. And then this little vent back here. I guess it's for cooling or airflow. I don't know. But the Charger back here is already black. The RT is red. That honestly pisses me off that they put the RT badge back there. I feel like they should have put a Scat Pack logo or something. But for the time being, everybody will think I'm driving around in a 5.7, which is kind of funny if you know, somebody tries to like race you or something, and you're like, ha, surprise, I don't have a 5.7. So that will definitely be going. I have a badge on the badge on order for that that says SRT powered and has the B logo. So you know, all of this stuff I'll have videos on once I finally get everything in the mail. The night I bought this car, I went ahead and spent like, give or take, $450 on doing cosmetic mods, and I bought a cold air intake from R2C. So that'll be coming in soon as well, but I got the backup camera right here in the middle, and a little thing over here to open the trunk is right there. Automatic opening trunk. Yet again, one of the reasons I got the Charger over the Challenger. It's little things like that that make the difference. So got the lights and the, okay, come on, focus for me. There we go. Okay, so you got the Beat sub in here. Basically the same sound system as the previous gen Chargers, and then, you know, 2 lights. You retain those as well, which I also have ordered LED lights for the entire car, so I'll be doing that too. Does not have a spare tire, but it does have the like fix-a-flat air pump type thing, so I guess hopefully I'll never have to use that. Also has the backup sensors, which my previous car did not have, so that's pretty helpful as well. And the little guidance lines show up when you put it in reverse as well, so that helps quite a bit when putting it in reverse. But I think that pretty much covers everything for the exterior of the vehicle. Most of it's pretty self-explanatory, and you can just kind of see it for yourself. Alright, so I didn't bring the tripod for this, but I know you guys want to hear it, and I want to show it off. This 6.4 liter is a beast of an engine. It sounds glorious, so here we go. So to answer the question to all you people asking, what are you going to do to the exhaust? Honestly, probably nothing. It sounds glorious. The active exhaust on this thing is badass. In person, it's really loud, honestly. Startups are super loud, rev bombs are super loud. Driving around when you're cruising, it's nice and composed. There's zero drone. Absolutely fantastic exhaust system. I don't think I'm going to touch it at all. I thought about doing a muffler delete before I got the car, but after getting the car, I'm like, nope, sounds perfect. Alright, so here's a quick little view of the interior. I have the wrong camera to do this, but I'll go ahead and show it off anyways. So as you can see, black suede and leather, got the B logo in the back of the seats, which I think is super cool. Leather headrest, really comfortable seats. The seats hold you nice and snug and just feel really good. Let's see, pretty much a lot of the things honestly are really similar to the previous gen Charger. It's kind of like they just updated things that needed to be updated, which was a really good call on Dodge's part. But I got the memory seats over here as well. Not really anything like cool, but Beat sound system, self-explanatory. The biggest change, I guess, would be this little center area with the little honeycomb pattern. Huge upgrade. That looks really nice. And then the shifter with the 8-speed. This 8-speed transmission is freaking awesome. You know, I'll talk about more of that when I do the driving video, but super cool. And then a lot of this is relatively similar to the previous gen. You got your sport mode and super track pack and all that stuff, so I'll go into that in a second. Paddle shifters as well, and also you can shift it over here, manual shifting as well. But as far as everything else goes, it's really similar to the previous gen Charger. This looks like it's exactly the same, and I mean, a lot of this stuff I feel like was reused from the Chargers, but a lot of it was also updated as well. So, if you watched my 8 things I hate about my Charger video, I complained about, oh, why is there an SD card slot in the middle? Guess what? Those suckers moved it in the center console like they should have done from the start. So well done, Dodge. You must have watched my video or something. So that's nice. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start her up. Got the B doing a little burnout, drives off. I mean, that is just freaking cool. So right here, I'll go ahead and close this door. So right here is how I have my gauge cluster configured. They basically give you the option to customize this any way you want, but what I went ahead and did was I have fuel economy in the middle, so I can tell, you know, what I'm getting currently, the average, and the range. Top left, I have the time. Top middle, I have the digital speedometer, and top right, I have the temperature. So pretty much I have it set to where I can see everything. Let's see. I used to have it where you could basically just see the speedometer, which is cool, but you can also have the fuel economy thing and the speedometer on top, so that's what I ended up switching it to. But vehicle info, tire pressure, and like a whole bunch of different gauges that you can go through, which is really nice because the previous gen Charger did not have this many things to look through. So you got your torque and horsepower readings you can look at, 0 to 60 timers and all this stuff. Of course, we will be exploring what kind of times this baby can put down, but you know, obviously have not done anything really in this car. Top speed, I hit 90 down in Mexico one time, so that was cool. But fuel economy, you know, like I said, this is pretty much the screen I look at when I'm driving, and then the fuel economy screen on the top will go away and it'll have the digital speedometer. So very cool. Trip information, you know, 324 miles, like I said, is what I've put on this baby so far. Bought it with 4 miles, so that pretty much all came from the factory. You got your audio that you can go through, you got messages, and then the screen setup, as I was talking about earlier, where you can configure it however you want. So I'll be completely honest, the gauge cluster in the Challenger is a little bit nicer. I like the font a little bit better in the Challenger. I think it looks better, but this looks way better than the previous gen Chargers, and it's a huge upgrade. They're still really nice gauges to look at, and I think they look really cool. Also, you have 180 miles per hour speedometer, which it will actually do, apparently. I've read mixed things about either 175 or 180. Who knows, but probably will never take it that fast unless I'm at some like Texas mile event or something, which would be cool to do, but don't know if I'll actually ever do that. But steering wheel, huge improvement. You got these nice little grips on the top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right. So really comfortable steering wheel to hold on to. Center logo, everything looks much better with this steering wheel. Again, one thing I complained about with the last Charger, they have fixed. So really nice. Let's go back to that. There we go. Okay, so coming over to the center stack, you have pretty much very similar, honestly, except now I have heated and cooled seats, a heated wheel, mirror dimmer, and then you have all your settings, and then you have your apps right here, which is a whole bunch of stuff that you can play around with, which is really cool. Pandora, performance pages and stuff, which I'll show you in a second. Just a whole bunch of stuff in the little apps screen. Climate, this is basically the exact same screen as the previous gen Charger. Nav, you know, basically your navigation, which is very simple, and then your Bluetooth phone. So let's go ahead and we'll press this button down here which says Super Track Pack, and that pulls up this screen, which is launch control. And I can actually not do launch control until I hit 500 miles, which is kind of funny. So they force you to break the engine in first before you start doing stupid stuff with it, which is very smart. So drive mode setup, I have my default setup like this. You can basically change all this stuff, very self-explanatory, but I found the steering on comfort to be way too squishy and not responsive at all. Normal is pretty good, but I just did a road trip, a small road trip, I guess, like a 100-mile-ish. And the sport mode steering for highway driving is much better than normal, but around town I think normal is probably going to be, I'll probably switch it between sport and normal, honestly. Then you can also set up your sport mode, so when you go down here and hit the sport button, this is what will happen. So I've got all this stuff, and then if you put traction control on sport, that would basically turn it off. So there's also a button down here for traction control, right there. So I would basically just use the button if I decided to turn it off for doing something like that. So back again, launch control. And now the performance pages, this is all the really cool stuff. I have not set up my Uconnect stuff yet, but I will. So takes a little bit to load. Okay, so you got your timers, which like I said earlier, we'll definitely be trying to set some good times in this baby. As you can see, I've already set some fantastic times of a quarter mile at 19.5 seconds. I crossed that finish line at 60 miles per hour. Hell yeah. So you got some gauges in here, you know, very self-explanatory stuff. Air intake temperature, I plan to do a little test before I put the cold air intake to see if that decreases the temperature once I get that intake in. Then G-force meter, pretty cool to look at, I guess. And then the engine little readout thing, everybody's probably seen this, but it's really cool. So, you know, you step on it and you can see how much power you're using, which is really cool. I don't know, I like little things like that make me happy. So I guess that's a really short explanation. One thing I will mention is all the lights. Let's see if I can do it. Yes, I can. All the lights behind the backlit lighting, and the cup holders and everything else is all white in this car, and the previous car was blue, which I like white a lot better because that means I can pretty much customize everything else to be any color I want. Like with the blue, for example, if you used a red, I had like red stitching in my door, the blue and red kind of clashed. So now I have white lights, and I plan to do the little purple like line around the door panel, which I have it ordered, just waiting to get a whole bunch of packages in. But the purple should look good with the white lighting, and I think that will look really nice. Yeah, the door handles are satin chrome finish, not like a bright chrome, which I like a lot better than the bright chrome. Same with this little thing right here, and you know, kind of matches all the honeycomb patterns, which was a huge upgrade to the appearance in here. But you know, I think that's really about it for the interior. I guess I can go ahead and show off the back seat, which is exactly the same as previous generations. The only thing that's different is they have heated seats back here and 2 USB ports, which is nice. And then the center console, whatever, for the rear seats, that has a little white ring that goes around it when the lights are on. And it also has a little compartment for the back, so people can hide stuff, and I'll find it later. But back seats, relatively the same. The trunk, already showed this, but you know, once again, very much the same. And you can also fold those seats down, so you have unlimited storage practically. Now let's go ahead and show off this beast of an engine, 6.4 liters of American glory. Let's see, 485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque. I'm expecting once I get, oh, I got some water dripping. Drove through a touchless wash already. I plan to take really good care of this paint by only doing touchless washes and washing it myself, but here we go, powered by SRT. Somebody was asking, what does it say in there? It says powered by SRT on this side, and the other side it says powered by SRT as well. So that is that. This whole thing will be changed very shortly once I get my intake in. But yeah, just a beast of an engine. You can see the engine block down there, painted in the Hemi orange, which is kind of a throwback, very cool. But, you know, this engine honestly is huge. It's just badass. So when you hear this thing coming down the road, you know this car means business. But, you know, very self-explanatory. The layout of the engine is very similar to the 5.7, quite honestly. Just, you know, a little bit more power. Actually, a lot more power. But very self-explanatory, but just cool to show off and cool to say, my engine has more power than yours. So, guys, let's see. Tires. These 245 tires on these wheels was just a cost-saving thing from Dodge. I believe Dodge was like, you know what, people are going to put aftermarket tires on this car anyways, we'll just give them these and they can do whatever they want with tires after they buy the car, because these tires are not enough for this power. I mean, pushing that pedal down 3/4 of the way, sometimes even halfway, was able to just break the tires loose, and I was like, seriously? And I've been taking the car really easy, I really have. I mean, I'm still breaking it in. After 500 miles, it might be a different story. We'll see what this car's made of. But for now, the tires, they're probably not gonna stay on the car for very long. I need to get some 275s at least. 275s will probably be what I do. I'm just not sure which kind yet. One thing I will notice, if anybody is wanting to buy a Scat Pack, be aware, it's extremely low to the ground, like really low. So that black thing basically scrapes on everything. There's one over there as well. So really low, and even the bottom lip is pretty low. So be very careful when pulling into parking spots and stuff like that. But I've already scraped a lot on those little black things, I assume. But, you know, super mean looking car. There's that wind I was talking about. But I'm so excited to have this car in my possession, and I know I completely surprised a lot of you guys by just buying this thing. As I told most of you, you know, I'm gonna buy a Challenger, and surprise, I bought something with 2 more doors. Whoops. But I'll have a video basically explaining why I did that, but just wanted to get this out there so you guys can see what I'm doing. I've been so busy recently. I'll have a vlog coming out. Like, I have so many videos that I need to post. I just don't have the time in the world to do them. But you know, like I said, I'm working my ass off trying to get all the stuff posted that I want to get posted. And this is definitely going to be a nice little work in progress, and you can, you know, subscribe to follow my build and see all the tests. And every video I make with this car, I plan just to have a lot of fun with it, a lot of fun with you guys, and it should be a great time. So I guess that's a quick, I guess it wasn't quick anymore, it was kind of a long explanation, whoa, a long explanation of the Plum Crazy Charger. But I hope you guys enjoyed and expect to see a lot more videos with this guy soon. So guys, I will see y'all in the next video. Take it easy and have a great day.